Hi, and welcome again to another edition of Market Analysis for today, February 10th. I'm Giovanni Benacour, analyst, trader, and operator with Vantage Markets. Well, the stock market is dipping today as bond yields rise after news from the Bank of Japan. Markets still fear hawkish central banks. The Dow Jones Industrial Futures have dropped 158 points, or 0.5%. The futures on the S&P 500 have fallen 0.7%, and the Nasdaq have declined 1.2%. The 10-year Treasury climbed to just over 3.7%, a level it hasn't risen to since early January. It's getting pushed higher by the 2-year yield, which closely tracks expectations for the ultra short-term federal funds rate and has risen to just over 4.5% after having fallen to around 4.1 in early February. U.S. yields were following global bond yields higher after Nikkei reported that Kazuo Ueda was selected to be the next governor of the Bank of Japan. Ueda is seen as hawkish or more willing to lift rates and create restrictive financial conditions for the economy. Japan's 10-year yield initially popped, then came back down, but that was enough to send the U.S. yield higher when global investors see yields outside the U.S. rise. It makes U.S. yields slightly less attractive, causing selling of U.S. bonds, lowering their prices, and lifting their yields. That's consistent with central bank policy at home, even though inflation has begun declining. The Federal Reserve has made clear in the past couple of weeks that it isn't finished raising rates, a move meant to cool inflation by reducing economic demand. That's why markets ultimately fear a recession, and why stocks have had to take a breather from a current rally. All three major US indices have gained double digits in percentage terms from October low points before dipping. The S&P 500 comes into today's trading down just over 2% from the peak of that rally hit in early February. Elsewhere, the UK economy narrowly avoided a recession in the second half of last year, as gross domestic product (GDP) was unchanged quarter on quarter in the final 3 months of 2022. The stock market's losses look set to continue today. Oil prices advanced today after Russia said it will lower its production in retaliation for sanctions put on the economy of the country for its invasion of Ukraine. Brent crude, the international standard, jumped 2.1% to $86.29 a barrel. West Texas Intermediate, WTI, the U.S. benchmark, also climbed 2.1% to 79.70. Both contracts are up about 8% for this week. Russia, one of the world's largest oil producers, said it will cut output by 500,000 barrels a day, or about 5% starting next month. And with that being said, let's take a look at what we have encountered our for our markets today. I have here my levels of support and resistance. My support is 12,000. My resistance is 12,500. That most likely will be met as we obviously start the day. Okay, that one is for the Nasdaq. This is the S&P. My level is 4,100. My resistance 4,000 is my support. Yeah, selling is what we're gonna be doing today. If you recall, on Monday we spoke about how we opened up on a gap down, and that on Friday we had a lower day that we closed down on Friday. And so therefore, since we on Monday we opened up on a gap down and we were looking to close lower as we did, we most likely will have a down week. And even besides, Tuesday's fluctuation, we did have a lower week. So where will we close today? I'm I'm betting we'll close somewhere around 12,200, perhaps. Let's see what happens. So the Dow Jones, this is Dow Jones. Dow Jones is up 34,000, and the support is 33,500. Those are my levels for for today. Okay, then we have here the WTI, the contract. So it pushed even higher to $80. Now it's trading below that by right around $79, 78 and change, 78.93. I have my support at 77. This is complete profit taking, closing this gap down. but let's see what will happen in a few minutes. And then we have Nat Gas. Nat Gas has continued to see uh, just really low volume, just really idling around this 250 marker for the rest of the day. Then we have gold. Gold, I see gold also just really doing not much. It's really steady holding itself up above 1850. Not much there to be saying today. Also, silver. Silver is looking to stay around $22. Not much to be done today. Copper, the same token, above $4. Continue to do the same scenario as it has been doing all week. Just really calm. Bitcoin, well, Bitcoin, it'll trade towards the 24, then it'll fluctuate back down towards 22, 21. Uh, but we could probably see some. We have suddenly broken out of this range, anyhow, that we have been for a couple of weeks. So a continuation to the downside, that could be the case. Then we have the euro. Euro has broken the 107. It's looking to stay in the 106, but I'm looking for it to come down even more to 106.5. Same with the pound. The pound coming down to 120.50 because the dollar index most likely will stay around the 103, 103.50, 103 between these levels. Okay, so that we will just keep things idling. Well, that is it for me today. So I am selling the indices. I am holding my position in crude oil. I'm taking out of my positions. Also gold, I'm out of them. Silver, I'm out of them. Copper, I'm out of it. Today is just really gonna be a relaxing day. There's not really much to be done today in the markets. Okay, so today's a relaxing day. Have a nice weekend. Enjoy it, and I'll see you on Monday. Ciao.